Mass Effect stream. If I'm right, my audio is sharing, but nobody else in the party's audio is sharing because there's a couple stream risks in the party right now. Stream's gonna go dark for a second because I need to turn off pop-ups. Sorry about that. So after that, notification should stop. That way there's no obscuring of the screen. But it's going to be a little unhinged probably because it's going to be long periods of silence and then me interjecting with whatever the hell is going on in this party. So yeah. But we're going to be continuing the story tonight and go from there. Last time, I don't have anything to say. I forget how much Joker talks.
Commander, something you need?
I have to go.
All right, see you.
That's right, because I did end the stream. I did talk to Garrus at stream.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun
Oh
bunch.
no.
I think I'll take my next leave here.
Oh no. Amazon's going to attempt to adapt Mass Effect as a TV show? Oh, I hate that. It doesn't surprise me, but I hate it. Like, Mass Effect thrives because, sure, there's like a general storyline, but how you get from A to B is not linear.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, I'm gonna hate this. It's gonna be a terrible show. Unless they get like some big like nerds on the project, it's gonna suck. Sloth, you might remember. Is Mike Gamble one of the decent BioWare devs?
Equalizing interior.
I think I do too, which is not a bad thing.
Pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Michael.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, ma'am.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
I would like to see you try.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Start to fucking scatter.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone piss in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago, Lady Benezia.
Saren's aide is here.
She's a threat to galactic peace. I'm here to bring her in or put her down.
The board doesn't like having outside problems dumped in its lap, Commander. Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations. This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the Executive Board says it is. Do you know how valuable this planet is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Fair enough.
Understood.
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
Commander, it might be wise to bring Dr. Tassoni along. She knows her mother better than any of us.
Oh, that's the plan, I guess. Leave and come back? I want to bring, because there's gonna be... That's not the fucking...
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
She doesn't have decryption.
Equalizing
Rex doesn't
interior
have it.
pressure with exterior atmosphere.
No, it's Rex.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck. Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard.
Fuck. Rex has plot purposes for coming along. However, I think it's just gonna be girls' night. Fuck it. We're just gonna full send it.
Equal. Stabilizing interior pressure with exterior. Atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
For my skill, I should have taken decryption for this planet specifically. Oh well. Can't change it now because there is too many hours I've put in and doing it again.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel.
I will.
If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
I just realized we're all like matching color schemes.
The managers warned us about you.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
Sure, whatever. This is a store, right?
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you. This one offers greetings.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the company. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
Your customer would prefer to have his package. Tell me who it's for, or I walk.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be... Please do not mention... Is there anything else this one might...
Could I buy something?
Is there anything in particular... Greetings, Spectre.
I'm here to shop.
Of course.
If it looks like it's worse than what I've got on, it ain't worth it. Sure. God, I never expected that I would have the same color scheme when I was saying girls' night. So what are you up to now, Evan? It's funny you say you're just doing your shotgun things, meanwhile I'm also actively doing something similar. And by that I mean running around, basically rich man's playground, and I just have a shotgun drawn so I can sprint faster. You're probably firing yours a lot more than I am, though. One thing I will give Mass Effect 1 credit for, if you have a really good shotgun and you just throw high explosive on it, you can just make enemies ragdoll to fucking hell as soon as you break their shields. I am going to do this, but I am keeping the mod for now. That is a separate path entirely, just so that way I don't fuck it up. Quick save. Oh, Parasini-san.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Turn it into not you, it would be...
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Ilanis also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen synthetic insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Ananias.
One moment, please. Mr. Ananias?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Or, no, I think I have the option to turn the mod into him. Frog monkey.
You will excuse me if I don't stand. I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
You have a problem with spacers?
With any transient population. Unreliable consumer bases. Tax dodgers, probably.
I had no idea we were so troubling to your bottom line.
This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? Odd that you shouldn't mind their presence.
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Let him be stubborn, Shepard. I'm sure someone else here is willing to help us.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Ah, yes. Oh, the fact that the smoke ends at his face. Oh, if only it were that easy. Can't I rob your safe? Not yet. That is a later thing that I can do.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a past to leave Hanshan.
Well, don't mind if I diddly do.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Are you sure about that?
I can bludgeon pretty hard.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
You said I should talk to Lorik.
Mr. Ananias isn't... Keen spends his days at the hotel since his office.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Oh, there's a couple side quests related to this world. planetary body.
You're the Spectre, right?
The managers warned us about you, Spectre.
You know, now that I think about it... Oh, I was about to say, I don't think we ever meet a female Solarian, and then I remembered, oh yeah, the counselor is a female Solarian. I mean, that's kind of what happens when their species is all, like... androgynous, I guess would be its proper word? They don't really have defining characteristics of male or female. Think of. Obviously, because they are descended from amphibians, I think they lay eggs, so I'm not gonna look for their cloacas.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Okay, so... Okay.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course.
Interesting plan?
Excellent. I've assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's service. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
So...
Actually, I wanted to warn you. An agent of the Aramali Council hired me to break into your network. She gave me this.
Oh, a cracking device. I appreciate... Now that we know what to look for, our IT people can have a little fun with the Asari. We'll isolate their virus, if you'll excuse me.
Any results?
Everything went as planned. You should see results soon.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? Good day, Spectre.
I didn't even need the extra 250 credits, but I did want that 9 Renegade. Oh, nothing quite like lying to bureaucrats. One of my favorite pastimes.
What do you want?
What's that you're drinking?
Human blood with cinnamon. Find someone else to bother. What do you want?
I've heard Opold has something for you.
Like I care that you know? You his courier or something?
I am. I thought it would be better to deal with you directly.
Sit down a minute. I have a business proposal. I'm paying the Hanar more than I want. I'll bet he's paying you less than you want. Sell it to me directly.
Interesting. But exactly how much?
500 credits.
If you want to see more of the package than me beating you with it, make a serious offer.
I could snap your neck before you pull a weapon. But I like your negotiation skills. Reminds me of my father. I'll give you 750.
Deal. Pleasure doing business with you.
This poor man behind me is like, what the fuck are you
Guys
doing?
wonder about people who trade packages for cash.
The man's eyes. Jesus. Why is he looking at me like I just sold crack right in front of him? You know, I think that was supposed to be a part of the quest that I was supposed to do after
Don't hang up.
talking
Elder
to
brother,
this man.
it's me. I'm on Bavaria now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time for the troopers. 2 would be cheap. I need some information. There's an issue here with synthetic insights. The manager, Laura Key, he got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshin's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about... Are you ready for his name? Ronadril, Gon, Swa, Folsum, Keratin, Nar, Eabi, Bellanleus. No, that's the administrator. The Hanshin administrator. Well, think about it. A Turian wouldn't risk getting his office closed. They don't compromise their team. That's drilled into them from boot camp. I think the administrator is using this Key fellow to draw flies from his own clutch. Of course I could look it up myself. But do you think I'm likely to get any unfiltered data through Novaria's own network? That, and it would take forever for any out-system search results to get back here. Thank you, Elder Brother. I have to go. Yes. I'll speak to you soon.
Cool. World building.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for...
Are you Laura Keen? I heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Systems...
It's too late for cover-ups, Commander. Your picture has been sent to every employee. They've been warned that speaking to you is grounds for... Lorik Keen. For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights Office.
Taking a 3 martini...
You mean my loitering here? If only it were mere indolence. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
Skip to the part where you tell me what you want and what you'll give me for it.
Put bluntly, the administrator demands rent kickbacks from the companies on Novaria. I acquired evidence of Analeus's actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analaeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analaeus cancel your pass?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team, sir. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
This might be a completely... Actually, you know what? Just to save on load times, I am going to save right now. And if what I'm about to do is completely pointless, well, then I can just reload the save and it'll save some time getting back here. Did you hear that, Evan? There was like a professional, what is it? Like a professional, what are they? Like prosecution, like a court hearing almost. Prosecution with a C. Like a court hearing, like a, it looked like it would be a jury or some other related.
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without a corporate account.
Am I going for this? Or Plaza. Oh, I'm wrong area. I actually do need to go down. But
What sort of offer?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention
that's stupid, but no, it was basically like a court hearing, and they were asking like if women were getting prosecuted for abortions, miscarriages, blah 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 blah, like all the stuff that you hear all that rhetoric about. And then there was like a woman that was like, no, none of that is true. And the case that like is being used by Kamala as a example case of like women getting prosecuted for like miscarriages or whatever was the charges that were filed against the woman had nothing to do with her abortion. Like it was just coincident, not a cause. Coincidence, sorry. I was thinking coincidentally. but brain no goo. My brain works on the off chance that life exists. That chance is fleeting quite frequently. Don't you have something to give?
Spectre, right?
Who's asking?
Don't worry.
No,
I'm not out to
about
put a slug in your head. I used to be a military tech. Except for my eco's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground.
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annihilus, and a matriarch came through.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What was that about?
Scuttlebutt says Laura Keene was on the take. Annihilus shut down SI's offices. Quiet like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Annihilus or the managers, if you can polish it.
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security trap.
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here.
Like, I don't get why people are crashing out about it.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What do you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
Annihilus is paying you to shake this place down. That makes you a criminal. I can kill criminals.
You're bluffing.
How do you rate your confidence in that? 90th percentile? Is a 10% chance of death acceptable?
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
These guards are the most sensible. It's like, what, you're gonna rate this in the 90th percentile of living? Are you really gonna risk your life on the 10% chance I don't pull the trigger? And it's like, yeah, I don't get paid enough to take on Spectres. Pretend you never saw us and we'll just pretend we were never here. It's like, good call. I like my Korean nerd GF, even though I can't date her since I'm a woman in this playthrough. You also can't date her in the first game, but that's fine. I like the romance options in the first game. It's always funny, because you can either romance the other human of the opposite gender, or the blue alien that can mate with literally anybody. Oh, she got cartwheeled! Hell yeah!
Perimeter secured.
Bottoms up, bottoms up. Got a couple bottles. So this is gonna have something in here. Medkit and a wall safe. Let's rob these rich people. I would say and give to the poor, but let's be honest, that'll never happen. girls' night where we execute motherfucker. How much Renegade have I gotten from this quest alone? Like half a bar. Today a little bit. She is alive as far as I am aware. She made a racist joke earlier. Yeah. She made a joke saying that she had a black man's dinner, and it was like fried chicken and ginger ale. And I was like, you're close. If it was grape juice. I thought you were about to say, where's the watermelon? Where's the backwoods?
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Annaleus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're here off-duty breaking the law for bribe money. You expect us to feel bad for stopping you?
If you want to fight, I'll give you one.
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs. Ma'am, you say that as I'm actively catapulting you through the air with explosive shells. You have physics thresholds that I can break. Try me.
I will destroy you.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, that was. Who was that? Who was that? That was Tally. That's my girl. I broke someone's shield and immediately see him cartwheel in the opposite direction from what I could fire. And I just see Tally come around the corner with a shotgun. Oh.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Of course not. Why would I?
Don't play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
I thought I could tell Michael. Where's Michael? Where can I talk to her again? Was it supposed to be up top? I miss my Asian stereotype lady. The name of this quest is oh, Lord Keen, yeah. Okay, so, sorry, I was reading up on how to min-max Renegade from this quest.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
What do you want?
The Executive Board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keene to testify before the Board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Keene's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Why don't you ask Keene directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Novaria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
If your executive board loses a few million credits, it's not my problem.
Yes, fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
You know what? That's a fair way. If there's no all clear after there's a Code Omega, what do? Drop an antimatter bomb. Make sure nothing escapes.
How can I get to Peak 15?
That kind of brutality.
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keene to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
And then Nike's solar rate's back up, so...
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, automated warning of a containment. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
All right. I'll talk to Keene.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I need to get up to Peak 15.
Indeed. That might be difficult. A terrible storm has been unleashed up there.
Are you referring to the blizzard?
Of course. What else would I be referring to?
I heard there was an accident.
There have been unseemly rumors circulating along the lines of ancient evil and plague from distant suns. Amusing, no? Someone watches too many bad horror vids. Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day.
Is it so unusual?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstriped suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Oh.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
There's something funny about Liara saying young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species. Well, your species are either mercenaries, scientists, or hookers. So...
Armed commandos were allowed on Novaria?
I don't know if they were disarmed. Of course, Saren, and by extension, Benezia, is an important person. By that I mean an investor who might sell stock, if denied.
Did you look them up?
Do you know why Benezi is here?
She claimed to be Saren's assistant here to get a certain project back on track. I suspect she meant Peak 15.
I have a different question.
Humans are full of questions.
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analeas.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Analeas will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well, I will testify.
Ooh,
make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
That's what, like half a bar? Almost. That sounds fun. So I can yoink some shit from Analeas and then I can blackmail Analeas and then get bonus rewards. No, that is very, very tempting. Cards on the table. I'm showing firearms. Oh, Analeas. My voice cracked so hard. I am quick saving way more times than I thought I would be. Man, I wish my stream could hear you.
I am in the middle of 9 things, all of them annoying. What do you want now?
I've acquired Keen's evidence of your misconduct. Let's talk.
Oh, there's also
Mr. Keen is under criminal
going on?
investigation. You cannot believe any fabrications he would spin in his defense.
Calm down. I don't care about your petty crimes.
What are you proposing, then? That question is not an admission of guilt.
Shut your pie hole. Give me a pass to leave or the evidence goes to the board.
And you would keep this supposed evidence, I imagine? You need a pass to enter our garage. As a gesture of goodwill, I will provide one. Noveria prizes its good relations with the Citadel.
You are letting him get away with this so we can continue our investigation? How short-sighted.
I trust you will attend to your own business now.
That's my plan.
Very well. I will remain at your disposal.
I thought I would get Renegade for that, but I guess I just stole money from him.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
That's some gratitude you got there.
Sorry, I'm used to having my guard up. When people find out I'm internal affairs, they treat me like a traitor. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
You have a right to remain silent. I wish to God you would use it. Is a hell of a line.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
That was an internal affairs investigator working for the executive board.
Internal affairs inspectors all at once, eh? Annaleus is having a bad week. So what can I do for you today?
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
I mean, I technically can get, like, the same effect almost, just with better... that's what I'm doing. But sure, the armor is technically worse, but I can give her... this, which gives her better shielding and health regen. Oh boy. Ugh, I hate how wiggly they are.
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates. ECM is hot.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Maiko-san!
What did you do here, Commander?
Only what I had to. I didn't ask the Geth to attack.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
We may be seeing a lot more of these things in the coming months.
For 3 centuries, everyone has said the Geth don't come out of the Veil. What is happening out there?
The same thing that happens to all species, Captain. Evolution.
I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
New upgrade kit, there it is. How are you expecting me to believe there's Geth here? I mean, look at the bodies. Those look like anything that, aside from Geth? I don't think so. curious how the Geth were able to set up heavy. Well, I guess they have been unimpeded. Just rest in peace to literally anybody that stood in their way out here. So if they don't have ESO cores, what do the Geth run on? Do they actually just have a battery? How efficient is that battery? Why did they make the armature look like a really incredible enemy for that cutscene?
Think we got him, Commander.
There we go. See, barely even a hat or change. Fortunately, there could be better for someone else. Oh, so at work today we had a lovely surprise guest that scared the crap out of everyone. No, she doesn't scare anybody. No. Well, I guess corporate maybe. But, off topic. No, there was a big-ass spider. Like, when I say big-ass spider, I mean, its, like, torso was the size of, like, my thumbnail. It was a big-ass spider. And at first, because my coworker, like, the new guy brought it up, and he's like, wow, that's a big spider. And I was, like, looking around, I was like, I don't see it. And then I saw it, like, and he's like, it's right there. And then me and the assistant manager looked at it at the same time, and she's like, oh my god! It was just rappelling down from the ceiling. Like, right next to the, like, right in the corner area where our, like, our computer is, like, our mini office. And it was just like, what the hell? It was very entertaining. And I was trying to get a closer look, and I was like, what kind of spider is it? So I was genuinely curious, and then my assistant manager was just looking at it like, I'm gonna kill it. And I was like, okay. And she just took both her shoes off and, like, clapped on it. Phrasing, I'm sure, but she clapped it with the shoes. Mortal Kombat fatality. Yeah, it's a funny image, I'll give you that. But no, it was just she did that, and then she's like, "You might be ready to stomp on it, because I don't know if I got it." And I was like, leaning down, I was looking at it, and I was like, "Is it like?" I thought it was dead, and I was like, "What kind of spider is it?" And I just see its legs moving, and I'm like, "It ain't dead." And so I put my foot down on it and pressed, and then I heard the popping sound, and I'm like, "Okay, now it's dead." I don't either, but this was a big one that I was not gonna tolerate, and was already kind of on the verge of death. It's funny because we were talking about how she loves jumping spiders because they're cute, and I was like, "Yeah, jumping spiders are fucking lovely, lovely little critters." Why do you say you have a kinship to spiders? I'm gonna need to take you to see the Emperor. That's kind of heresy. That's the only effective way to kill a Krogan. Is that a prime? That's a Krogan. Fuck it, adrenaline burst just to end my cooldown for assassination. He's alive! Go down!
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
We'll need to get the reactors back online.
God, just the fact that Krogan are so resilient to take so much damage straight to the face. For reference, Evan, I have one of the best snipers in the game. It only get the only better form of it is when I unlock the tier 10 of it. I have explosive rounds. I have let's see. Let me look at my sniper currently. So, it's got high explosive rounds. It's got a increase in damage of 23% from one of the upgrades, and then another 5%. I actually need to upgrade that a little bit more. Where do I have a better one? No. Alright, so another 5% increase in damage. And then I have an assassination ability that increases my weapon damage by, I think, triples it. And this motherfucker just took it in stride. I don't really... I guess I could upgrade my shotgun damage because... why not? It's an additional 2% damage. And accuracy. Or I could just upgrade my max health. Or increase all my weapon damage. Got a 90-second cooldown. What's that cooldown? Ooh, 5 seconds. If only I used abilities that much in this game. You know what? Oh, actually, you know what? No. Just straight damage increase. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll give her more lift. Or...
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Enter a facility expecting the turrets to be looking at me. Meanwhile, the turrets are looking inwards. Why are they facing that way? They don't want their employees to leave as much as they don't want other people to come in. Terrifying thought, but that's corporate. That's capitalism, baby. Name a corporation that does that. Easy. Amazon. Amazon. You take an extra minute long on your break, and suddenly you have the fucking Hammer of Dawn dropped on your ass. Jeffrey Bezos. Oh boy, there's something in the walls.
What was that?
Animals? Wind? This place is in bad shape.
Oh boy, bugs. Sorry, little one, you cannot hear your mother sing. No, I should have just upgraded my shotgun damage.
I've never seen anything like them.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
I think if you have Rex on your team, he brings it up that of what they are, the fact they're Arachni. But I need no. It'd be funny if the Krogan, the motherfuckers that are bred for war, knew, ah yes, back in the 20th century, or 21st century, there was a corporation called Amazon. We are very familiar with Jeffrey Bezos around these parts. He's actually still alive thanks to all his wealth. It's actually revealed that Jeff Bezos is the first ever actual AI. Sorry, I had to mute while I was pissing for the most part. But well, I am on stream. I know that's not very pleasant to hear. Well, I know it's not pleasant for a stream to hear. This isn't OnlyFans. I can't do that. But They're crossing stream. No, but it's like, how did Jeff Bezos survive for so long? Well, you see, opens up a fucking room and they just see all these cables hooked up to him. He was never really alive to begin with. Open up the room and it's like fucking Stephen Hawking, but with Jeff Bezos. Terrifying.
That's the last of them.
I was about to say, a bald guy walks in there, instantly grows a fucking mullet. You've been terrified! That sounds like something that would be like Despicable Me. Like, I'm evil, but no one deserves to not have hair, so I'm gonna give them a fucking mullet.
Must be for the station mainframe.
The damage is not extensive.
Oh my god, the frame drop!
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
That's what I do. Yeah, I'm just gonna use 100 gel. I'm not gonna do that minigame because it is annoying as hell and takes too much time. It's like a 5-minute minigame.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Crap, a pop-up.
How do I shut this thing up?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Navy.
One moment, please. Service record confirmed. Due to the current emergency, you are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives.
I really hate
this
how
system
these
is
VI
ready to
look.
process queries. You may access
Like,
me
it
in
is
any holographic
disturbing
interface
how
within Peak
human
15.
they tried to make coding.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert.
Evan,
The tramway
I'm gonna send you a
system
link
is
to my
currently
stream.
inoperable.
I want you to just tune in and look at the fucking VI.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are
You
offline.
might have to rewind a little bit because
Report
I'm not gonna
complete.
like sit on this.
Do you have an
point just so you
additional
can see
system
it.
status query?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory contamination. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep. Nice.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to
Why
the
is the reactor
helium-3
offline?
fuel
Well,
line must
I was
be
offline.
open.
So
this can be done at
basic
the
reasons
controls
are
on the reactor assembly proper.
the logic is the frigid environment will kill all organic contaminants and hinder all mechanical contaminants. Turn off the heat and hope whatever you unleash dies. What a great plan.
What are the landlines and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation tube breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3
it might
alert
be
issued
like
locally.
live is also
Contaminants
pretty
in tram
acceptable to
tunnels.
see what
Station
this
shut down and evacuation initiated.
orange.
Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander.
Like, look at the
Inquiries
VI.
related to our research
Like, just this
require
fucking
privileged access.
abysmal
Only executives
hologram.
of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
It's like at the very... It's currently live, I'm pretty sure.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Commander. Inquiries
Like, it's
related
going
to our
back and
research
forth right
require
now. I'm talking
privileged
to it.
access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
Why were you taken offline?
Yeah, it's like... It's
In
so
the event,
disgusting to
Peak 15
look
must be
at.
sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled.
Yeah, like its eyes are
To be
pulsing,
killed,
like it's
I
got
would need to
constant
be
data
alive.
with
I
unknown
am merely
glyphs.
a database program.
God, what did they code this thing with? Linux?
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Oh.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Okay, so this is for the landlines.
Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
I don't know how to feel about my boobs changing textures based on the angle I'm looking. Like, they get real shiny if I'm looking from the top down, and then they get really, like, a matte color.
Hostile spotted. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Negative contact, Shepard.
Oh, it's the mirror terminal.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific...
Give me a status report on the hot lab.
I am sorry. The network connections to the labs have been damaged. Data is limited.
You have no idea what's going on inside.
I'm afraid not. My last log entry is shortly after the Stage 2 containment alert.
Give me an overview of
The hot labs isolate dangerous biological or cybernetic contaminants during development. The complex is built within a glacier. In the event of an accident, it can be irradiated and sunk into the ice.
I've been given an order by the person that I am playing this game for.
Rift Station has been locked down by the staff. There are presently...
The creatures we've encountered.
I'm sorry, Commander.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
I'm sorry, Commander. Can't do that. Tramway. Bug. Burn.
All clear.
It sucks that I don't think I get access to the tier 10 of this equipment until after Vermeer. Which is like the final stretch of the
Now
game.
entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Did you hear from Weeb at all tonight? Did you hear from Weeb at all tonight? Oh, he's dead. I always knew the government would deem him as a threat. He likes sharing TikToks or something.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
They're stalkers
Manual
too.
restart required.
Who's using an assault rifle? Liara? I mean, fair enough, I guess.
The AG3 fuel lines. Think we're good, Commander?
Fix the fuel lines. I didn't see what that said because the saving icon showed up and cucked me. Go through there. Really easy to see if there's a door panel. Get out of that corner. Ooh, weapon locker. I'm just gonna do this. Fuck it. Alright, now that I've fixed the hee-hee lines. Give myself a little bit of poison to take the edge off.
Perimeter secured.
Nothing like huffing fusion radiation.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I... Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
You have no real information for me, and I'm sick of looking at you. Get me out of here. This is my first playthrough ever where my Renegon has been higher than my... Renegade has been higher than my Paragon. Go back in your hole.
Area secured.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber.
Caught it with her teeth.
Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
Ah, yes.
I could.
Finally, some action.
See, I'm gonna purge them in a holy fire. Holy fire.
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape. Warp the tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the third struck. Get out while you can.
Online. Connected
Killed
to
himself.
subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander.
Because
Logging
he
you
didn't
out.
want to deal with what was coming. Which, to be fair, if a sentient insectoid species that has been deemed dead for, you know, hundreds of years, was suddenly, you know, being grown in your lab, and there was a chance that it could escape, and it has escaped, yeah, I can understand wanting to off yourself.
I think we're done here.
You know what, I'll give it frictionless. Fuck it. Better, yes, but still not changing, because fuck it, we ball. Oh yeah, I forgot I opened up my inventory initially to check my armor mods. I'm gonna get so much Renegade after this quest, and I'm not looking forward to what I have to do. It's the definition of I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Evan, I'm about to send you something, and why am I oddly attracted to it? Because you might find humor in it as well. Labs are locked. Time to go up to the bunks. Where this leads.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
No autopsy, no foul. What a
I take it you've
line.
encountered those things.
Encountered, fought, seen men ripped apart by. We're all working on stems. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
Call me Shepard. I was sent to find an Asari matriarch.
Benezia? Yeah, she came through here. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
I'm packing fire and steel. They want to fight with claws and teeth, it's their funeral.
You got my support. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Benezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs.
Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot
She
labs?
hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure
It's
of
built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses
Secure
here.
enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I just wanted to offer some deployment advice. You're lucky these things are dumb animals. 3 coordinated guys could take this place.
Have you checked the layout yet? Easily defensible by a few people. That's not counting the automated defenses.
Automated defenses can be
What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
I need to know more about the situation in the
facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk
I've
about
got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go!
Perimeter clear.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
We're all in the same boat.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts. Something you need?
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Like they're not really dumb. Animals, sure. Not dumb.
What?
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
You're a member of the science team.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Think you could translate that into
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Ialis from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how rude must I be to convince you to leave?
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will
Don't
return to my
apologize, Shepard. She's
meditations.
a bitch. She's like a edgy goth chick. Ah yes, the Elcor merchant. In the middle of a war zone.
I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious.
Seems I've been caught up in events.
Sympathetically. Everyone, for now, with forced cheer. I still have a limited supply of equipment.
Given the situation, you should freely contribute to the defense.
Pointedly, I give freely to Captain Ventralis. You,
let's have a look.
Regretfully,
I will take the fabrication license. and I don't think you have much else that I will care to use.
What? No!
Schizophrenic.
Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
What do you know about
Nothing. I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
You're not going to go to the hot labs, are you?
You know what? I just realized I have a merchant here.
Relieved.
I'll see you later.
Grimly. I will hope it is so. Relieved.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully.
And I've capped out my money. Well, time to start scrapping stuff instead of selling it. Well, I didn't want to scrap that armor piece in case someone else could use it, but oh well, too late now. The rain is gone. I'm just gonna start scrap. Oh my god, yeah, I have. Shredder, because for organics there's so many better mods. Oop. There we go. So there's this mod.
Hang on. What do you want?
I've had a long day. don't...
Yes, I'm sorry. I haven't had much sleep lately.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an... I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
Suit yourself.
I'm just trying to avoid an incident. Better than Ventralis' guards. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the doctor. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment.
What happened to
They're
these
suffering from a I have a non-disclosure agreement.
But you're going to.
I'd like to think that the company finds our line. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way.
That was you? I'm grateful. And we lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment in the quarantine. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I need full cooperation if I'm gonna help. Do you want these people to live? If not, I'll walk out of here.
No, wait. It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
You made this, but can't cure it. Don't you people take notes?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote when Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the
quarantine? Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just
talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Why is there a mark here? Oh, the mark is, it's down.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
If we survive, your employers will want a report from me. I wonder how much insurance they have on
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
If that's the only way you'll let us in...
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Given how late it's getting, I might have to call the stream a little prematurely. I would have liked to have finished this, but sidetracking and all that got the better of me.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... yeah, you just have to.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
Are you trying to be cryptic or are you just nuts?
I wish I were crazy. It would be easier.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Good nut.
The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
The only thing you could do was save yourself.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive it?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
This way. Nope, that's to get around the restricted area. That is after I do this stuff. That's if I don't renegade my way through. Wait. I don't think.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
Tally, that is very topical for the season. The appeal of winter thins out very quickly.
You're not part of the crew.
I have Ventralis' permission.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not... You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Isolate 4 chemicals. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount of order. Too little or too much will spoil the results. Sure.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
What happened to Ventralis' man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
They came out of there.
That door's locked.
A team lead would have access? Like Dr. Cohen?
How can I get into the maintenance?
A team lead would have...
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
She just brazenly brought Geth in here, huh? What a certifiable fucking nutso. Know what?
Relieved. Regretfully.
Just lore-wise, I like to imagine that that is doing well for him. Buy out his stocks that way.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I was ambushed in the lab you sent me to. If you set me up...
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
There are people dying here, but they're making a bioweapon.
And I almost lost mine. Thanks is all I get? We need to be at peak to fight those aliens. Give us some metagel.
Of course. You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
God, why did I get... I'm helping people, but you know... The scientist is resting peacefully. So, huh.
I didn't know Alliance basic training included biochemistry.
I'm gonna see about, because I'm on what? So, let's see. So that will piss everyone off. These scientists, but do enough. Take me to the maintenance. It's like, hey, you didn't leave these people to die. Congratulations. Here's some Paragon. It's like, I call it Paragade or Renegon.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
What does that mean? Oh yeah, I think I can go up that way and cause a fight.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
I've no idea what you're talking about, and I don't care.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
Yo, are those the best your buyer can offer? Weakening. Oh shit.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
We met Shiala on Pharos. She told us about Sovereign's indoctrination.
It is a terror to be trapped in your mind, to beat upon the glass as your hands torture and murder. I was powerless, nothing but a tool for Saren. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Tell me where the Mu Gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... you should...
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
Sorry.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
You're free of the indoctrination again?
I still hear it like metal on metal, squealing and reverberating.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Them things be thangin', alright. Sorry, that's your mother who just died. I am sorry. Wait, I can stay. That's right. I need to do this one.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind, the children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
I'm more than willing to wipe them out.
Such discordance bodes ill for what we must compose here. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I was given an order. Soldiers follow orders. Sorry, child.
Make your peace with the galaxy. The Rachni are a dead race.
No. Stop feeling and think. Even if you disagree with Asari morals, you must see she could be an ally.
Is our kind so frightening? You would seek our silence if you cannot muffle our songs? If you cannot have us as your obedient claws?
want you to do this. Oh. Oh, I feel terrible. Oh, I'm already close to maxing. Good soldiers, follow orders. Depending on outreach, I might retcon this. Depending
This time,
on how it
stay
goes.
dead.
We will not embrace the great silence.
This might get retconned. Of course it would save right there. I can always come back, and skipping all the extra shit would not do much, honestly. It would cut that time like in half. The tram now closed, so... No, it's not. No, but I do have to go down to the hot labs, I think.
Are you here to secure the situation?
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They should have destroyed it. Why hatch it?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Are you telling me I shouldn't kill these things?
Actually, I was to tell you the opposite. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
I don't have time for this. If the matriarch isn't here, we'll...
I do not want so much to be here myself. But the Mira system, she will not let is fail-safe. You understand? You leave without arranging to eliminate Rachni, maybe they spread. I am feeling not so well.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set up?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Well, time to exterminate these bastards.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry. The sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
What's the status of
Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
I would love to stick around and fight all of those, but it's time to run. Alright, well now that's taken care of.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
I won't be a puppet for the Asari. I give the orders around here, understood?
Forgive me, Commander. I was only trying to help.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go
Bavaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to...
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Bavaria?
Found them and wiped them out. Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
Depends on the species, Turian.
Commander, you are addressing a member of the Council. You will show the proper respect.
Respect works both ways.
We made you a Spectre. There's no greater form of respect.
This arguing is pointless. Commander, we have your report. Let us know if anything further develops.
Alright, now that's where I was planning on calling the stream. It is late, so... and if the decision does end up getting retconned by the powers that be, I'd like to not progress too far and then have to just go back and do it all again. Plus I've got work in the morning. So you all have a wonderful night, and I will catch you all next time.